guys, welcome to Walk Up at the Hive. My name is Uche and with me is Wole, and we're here to dissect the first round of games at the 2022 Qatar World Cup. So far, it's been exciting, interesting, and full of upsets. Exhilarating, that's a better word to use. So, Mr. Wole, what do you think about the first match between the host nation Qatar and Ecuador?
For me, the highlight was Enner Valencia scoring 2 goals.
Yeah.
The first player to do that for Ecuador.
Yeah.
He has scored their last 5 goals in the World Cup.
That's crazy.
So that was a highlight for me.
So 2018, 2014, did they make 2014?
No, I think it was 2020. No.
2022, 2018.
Yeah, but their last 3 previous World Cups has been the only one that scored.
That was scoring for them. Yeah, so. And to come on again in 2020, like to come up for their team to score 2 goals in the first half even. And what's crazy is that the moment he scored those 2 goals, the Qatar team started to hack him down. Like I remember that
vividly. He came out injured, right?
Yeah, like he came out with a knock.
He's not going to play the next game.
Definitely. Well, against who are they going to play next now? I think it's Netherlands. If he doesn't start for them, I think they're going to be in trouble.
I don't think so. They're a very good team. Without Enner Valencia, they will still come out strong against Netherlands. So I believe they will do well against Netherlands.
Yeah. Well, even speaking of Netherlands, you know, they beat Senegal, the African champions.
It was a tight game.
A very tight game. Like, it actually made me sad because Senegal played a compact game, holding them at bay for 85 minutes. And unfortunately, Mendy, you know, like he showed me why he's been dropped from the Chelsea side. And it was rather unfortunate how the whole turn of events came. You know, he first missed, you know, he came out of his line, he missed punching the ball, Gakpo scored. The next thing, like a weak shot, and he just parried it onto.
And they'll tell you that any keeper that comes out to punch his ball must punch it away from the attacker.
Thank you.
He just played it into the path of the attacker.
I was actually sad.
They held their own for a while, but unlucky for them. So they considered two late goals against Netherlands, and I believe the game against Ecuador, the Netherlands team, they're going to come out smoking. Remember, Dempsey didn't start the game, Depay didn't start the game.
Yeah.
And he's going to start this game.
Oh, he's going to start against Ecuador. But you know, see, that's the thing. I don't actually feel like Memphis Depay. He's still the same player that, you know, he.
For the national team, he's a different player.
Yeah.
The national team is a
but
different
Steven
player.
But Steven Bergwijn, I think, so far has been a better player for the national team than him.
No, I don't think so.
Didn't he lead the scoring charts? Isn't it Bergwijn for the Netherlands coming into the World
qualifier? Right?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but you know, like, but
then you have Gakpo.
Yeah, the new boy, hot prospect. My own problem with Depay is that he's not starting in Barcelona. Like, no, generally, like, he's good for the team, like, for depth purposes and all that, you know, even for the national team. But I'm not sure he can actually be the player to make that difference they require.
He made the difference now, the second goal.
Okay, yeah.
The second goal.
It's Mendy's fault. Mendy made him shine.
Not Mendy's fault. He contested for the ball, gave the pass. So.
Well, first. Okay, now moving on to Group B, where we had England, Iran, you know. That first game, 6-2, England absolutely impressed me with their performance. Because I think
England, were they really good or Iran just very, very poor?
No, that's another angle. I would say England.
I think Iran, they were very, very poor, but England, they took advantage of their being very poor and scored 6 goals.
No, I'll give the 3 Lions credit on this time, like this part, because for 30 minutes there wasn't any goal till they scored, but the moment they scored, the floodgates opened. But now this same Iran, just moments ago, they won against Wales. You know, like, they are not a bad side. They didn't even play that bad against England, you know.
Especially in the second half, after they considered the 4th goal.
Yes.
They came out to play.
To play, exactly. They were not holding back at base. So, like, and they are coached by Carlos Queiroz. I think that's a former assistant manager at Manchester United. Okay. You know, he has a good track record in, you know, managing the Iranian national side. He's done a good job. His pedigree speaks for himself. So, like, I believe that those players, even the selection of players they have now, they have now like Taremi that plays in Porto. Like, those are actually, like, they have good players, good attacking options. So they were not as poor as I would have expected them to be.
Against the Wales team, the Welsh team.
No.
That team
Wales isn't good.
They are aging players. Ramsey, Bale, then playing Bale out of position.
Yeah.
I didn't expect anything out of them.
To be honest,
I didn't expect anything. So
I actually thought that they would, do like a good job. Like at least draw, but they left it too late because they had, how do I put it now? Like good defensive tactics against
in the beginning,
In the beginning, yeah, but now going towards the end, like the manager, I think he got it all wrong. Trying to push them forward to get that goal. They left their goalkeeper exposed. He came out, he got a red card, and then that was the end of the game. And unfortunately, they held out.
Even after the red card, the red card came in the 86th minute, I think.
Yeah.
Even after the red card, just barely 10-15 minutes to the end of the game. One would expect that they'll hold on, short their back line.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
they conceded in the 7th minute of extra time.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is that the first goal scored outside the box came from the Wales and Iran match. You know that? Wow. That first strike, that's the first goal scored from outside the box in this World Cup. So maybe Brazil would have had one the other day when Alexandro struck the pass.
So the next game in the group, England, USA.
Oh, this coming up, this in the next. They're going to comfortably win. I believe the Three Lions will comfortably win. The USA team, they are not particularly
strong, very young team.
Yeah, young
very
team.
Mobile.
Yeah, they have a lot of energy, but they lack experience. So I don't think that they're going to pose much of a threat to the well-established English national side.
What's your prediction?
Oh, my prediction for that game, I would say England 3 goals. I don't know how many goals the US are going to score, but I believe England will score 3 goals.
I think it's going to be very, very tight. I think it's going to be very, very tight with the US because even though they have a very young team, they have a very young, compact, mobile team that are playing good football at the moment. So it's going to be very tight.
At what level are they playing this football?
They have players playing in Champions League.
Okay, they do.
They have players in Europe. They have players in Italy. They have players in Spain. So
Christian Pulisic is,
he's not getting game time, but for the national team, still,
of course, no, he was who is going to start like ahead of him?
Captain America.
Or literally,
even though he's no longer the captain.
Yeah, exactly. But definitely Captain America. Okay, now we're going to move on to Group C, where we saw the biggest upset in this tournament when the presumed GOAT, Lionel Messi's Argentina.
Did you watch the after match interview when they were interviewing the Saudi
Arabia fans?
Where's Messi?
Where's Messi? Yeah, because the North Korean reporter also, I said North Korean, sorry, Korean reporter, yeah, maybe South Korean because I'm not sure North Korean.
It was an upset. Nobody expected it. A lot of punters would have lost money.
No, they did. The bookmakers were entirely happy.
Surprisingly, even after Saudi Arabia went ahead 2-1, the odds were still in favor of Argentina to
win. That's what's crazy.
We finally lost.
And odds reaching 131. I still remember seeing on Twitter 131, 125.
It was an interesting game.
It was
a mind opener for other supposedly top
big nations,
teams that have been touted as winners of the World Cup.
Yeah,
Argentina, they were too comfortable in that game.
Very complacent.
I won't really say complacent because they tried. It's just that the tactics that they.
What I would say complacent is when they, had 1 or 2 goals ruled for offside, they took their foot off the gas. They tried to see if they could just comfortably sit back and just, knock and try and knock the opposition, to wear them out. But what they didn't particularly understand from the Saudi Arabia side was that they were hungry and they played a high line. I didn't expect Hervé Renard, which the Saudi Arabia coach actually showed his superior tactical ability there.
Superior tactical
yes,
ability.
to the Argentina manager.
It's just that he played his game plan very well. He executed his game plan very well. It doesn't mean that he has superior tactical ability.
Why I would say that if we look at the
let's just say he won that battle.
No, I would say superior tactical ability over the Argentina manager, because if you check their track record, like Javi Renard is the only coach to win the African Cup of Nations with 2 different countries. Now Zambia had never, they hadn't won it in a long time, or I don't know if they've never won it, but I know Cote d'Ivoire hadn't won it even the time they had Drogba, Kolo Toure and all that.
Well, let's see what he will do in the next game against who are they playing next?
They're playing Poland next.
Poland. That's going to be a tight game. Poland, they have to come out and win. Lewandowski has to redeem himself
because
for the Polish people. Lewandowski has to redeem himself in front of the Polish people.
Yeah,
a lot was expected of him. He missed the penalty. Very good goalkeeping by Mr. World Cup. They say he doesn't play any club football and comes out every 4 years, appears every 4 years, and is always the best keeper in the World Cup.
That's Ochoa. Yeah, of Mexico.
He always has outstanding
World Cup performances. Yeah.
So that's the highlight of that group too.
Yeah, definitely.
Him saving the penalty.
Yeah.
So immediately the penalty was awarded. It was like everybody expected him to save the penalty.
Oh, expected? I expected Lewandowski to score.
And you would have, if you had seen the look on Lewandowski's face, he was tense.
Yeah, he didn't strike that.
He was tense, man. He was taking deep breath. He was trying to calm himself down.
Unfortunately, the pressure got to him. Well, that's what happens when you're playing football at the highest stage, and the World Cup is the highest level of football competition in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah. So moving on to the Group D, where we saw France take on Australia, the defending champions. They came out
France,
and they did
the most underrated player in world football. Who's that?
Oh, you will say Olivier Giroud.
But yes, Olivier Giroud.
Yes, Olivier Giroud tied or equaled Thierry Henry's goal scoring record for France.
52 goals in lesser games. Than Henry.
Yeah.
And France coming into the World Cup without their
Ballon d'Or winner
Benzema, the midfield of Paul Pogba and
Kante missing,
bringing in the new boy, too many. Rabiot won't have started that game if Pogba was around.
Facts.
But he had a very, very good game. His runs into the box helped the France team.
And he also even ended up scoring the first goal, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mbappe, everybody knows Mbappe.
Big player, big man.
Scary pace.
Lightning. And Ousmane Dembele was actually very fantastic in the game. I'm often critical of him,
had a good game.
But he actually impressed me, because his take-ons, he was always winning his take-ons, his duels, then the assist from Mbappe. It just he sprung out it was like a magic trick, a rabbit out of the hat kind of situation. Very fantastic play. Yeah. Then Tunisia and Denmark, if we're moving on to those guys, they played a 0-0 draw.
It's a try game.
Very. But what's crazy is that the media, they didn't actually give Tunisia credit for actually playing a good game. Yeah, they didn't win, but what they were saying is that because they're an African nation, that the Danes, the Super Danes were stopped by the Carthage Eagles or something funny like that. How both teams, it's an equal competition. Well,
the game being boring played in their favor. Played in their favor. They were able to stick to their tactics, defensive, block, and see how the game goes. So the point is, it's good for the Tunisian team, but not for the Danish team. Yeah,
and the thing about it is because Denmark, coming into the World Cup, they had just beaten France in a Nations League match. So that's why we were thinking that this Denmark are particularly a great side, a good side. So they didn't expect them to lose or draw to Tunisia. But to me, I feel like I'll give all credit to Tunisia, because at that point in time, no African team had scored a goal in the World Cup.
And another high point is the Alphonso Davies penalty. Do you think he should have taken that penalty, considering that he has never taken any penalty before for the national team, even for his club? And there's a proven penalty taker in Jonathan David there. So
I actually
just
feel
chanced the guy.
that is the problem when you are playing in a relatively, I don't want to say unknown side. But in the footballing sense of it now, because it's since 1982 that they've appeared in the World Cup, so they don't really have that footballing background or anything.
I think you should have allowed the player with more experience in taking penalties.
Definitely, but the problem with teams like that is that star boy is star boy.
Star boy. But if you're going to take a penalty and miss, at least miss because the keeper had an outstanding save, not because you took a useless penalty. Penalty was very, very weak.
Yeah, I can understand that. Group E, where we saw another big upset when Germany took on Japan and lost 2-1.
Nobody expected that. Then, considering that Germany had come in with their protest that didn't sound like a protest, didn't look like a protest.
They came in covering their mouths, doing that, like they've been denied their rights to speak and all that nonsense.
Everybody expected that after that they put up a performance that will match their protest that is not a protest.
You get.
So the Japanese team, very, very tactical, astute,
very resilient,
very mobile.
Yes.
And funny enough, I heard a story that some of those Japanese players moved to the German league to acclimatize themselves with German football, and it worked out well for them. It worked out well for them. Germany, they call them the German machines. So their tactics is always very, very strict and not flexible. Their in-game management by their coach was a little bit poor. So that's why the Japanese team had the better of them in the second half. Then the Arsenal young boy, Asano, the first touch for the goal was
superb.
Lovely.
He played it like it was it felt like a manga. It felt like a comic book move because the touch was sublime, to control the cross.
Then a world-class keeper like Neuer, you expect that he'll cover his near post, but he left that space, and I don't know how the guy saw the space and just squeezed the ball into that place, and
he left it gaping.
There was no coming back.
Oh, definitely. From that.
Very, very interesting group. We saw what happened with
Spain and Costa Rica. Spain, that was a statement victory.
It felt like Spain and Lobby United. I wonder what Costa Rica is doing to World Cup. Who were in their group when they qualified? That their team, their performance was
North America.
Very, very poor.
Their group is actually North American. That's why.
Nobody expected that amount of goals.
I believe it was a statement victory because even like when they were winning 4-0 and made it 5, the substitutions they made were offensive substitutions.
They had players hungry
to come and make it. Look at Morata.
For the sale.
Yeah, he came on and he made sure he scored.
Lovely goal.
Yeah.
Lovely goal.
Well, from a depleted side, like if the game went for
I felt sorry for Keylor Navas, a world-class keeper, conceding 7 goals in the World Cup. You see how the Spanish players came to console him after the game.
Yeah,
I felt very bad for him.
He has former teammates there. That's why.
Morata.
Yeah. Carvajal and the rest.
So it's
a
nice victory for Luis Enrique.
Yeah, good coach by the way. Very, very good manager.
The young Spanish team.
is doing well with them. Starting Gavi and Pedri was actually what I did not expect to see.
You see, it was
a Barcelona midfield trio.
Yes, so something that they're used to, comfortable with. So it's the transition is easy for them.
Yeah.
To transit that club to the national team.
Yeah, so definitely. Okay, now if we're going to skip on to Group F, where we see Belgium, Croatia, Morocco, and Canada. Yeah, I would say that the Canada and Belgium game, where you mentioned earlier about Alphonso Davies missing that penalty. You said something that actually stuck to me, that they actually left a proven penalty taker
Jonathan David to allow Alphonso Davies take the penalty. I think. As you said, the high-profile player plays for Bayern Munich. He has played in Champions League.
Star boy.
So
they would want to let him have that glory, that moment.
I was happy to see Michy Batshuayi score.
Yeah,
considering that he has not had it easy
past couple of years.
Club football.
Yes.
Then Hazard played about 80-something minutes.
Yes.
When last did you see Hazard play that long?
Because he hasn't been that good. That's the problem.
An average game. I won't say he had a good game, but I was happy to see him. I was happy to see him play.
He didn't have a good game, in my opinion.
KDB too did not have a good game, and he was given man of the match.
No, no. Why we say that? No. Kevin had
an average game.
Yeah,
but he was given man of the match because of his name. The same team in the Portugal game. Ronaldo was given man of the match. I believe a couple of high-profile players have been given easy decisions because of their name.
Yeah. Like Kevin De Bruyne and
KDB, Ronaldo, Messi. I think the viewers can give us their own opinion on.
No wait, oh my god! Like, who was the man of the match for the Saudi Arabia game? Definitely not Messi.
How can he be man of the match? How can he be man of the match?
Definitely can't be Messi because that's someone that we're looking for. Like, where's Messi?
Where's Messi? The Croatia-Morocco game was another tight game.
Yeah.
We saw former Ballon d'Or player,
winner Luka Modric. Yeah.
Had an interesting game. I didn't really see him in the final third.
Yeah.
Then
I think that's where they lack the attacking option. That's their most lacking side in that Croatian team because they have a compact midfield. There's Kovacic there from Chelsea. There's Luka Modric. You know, even Rakitic. I think is even on the bench from Sevilla. But you know, like they have quality players in their midfield. But when it comes to the striker, that's a problem for them.
Morocco, they have a good team. So remember, Morocco recalled Hakim Ziyech into the national team after being out for about 2 years.
Yes. So, and Achraf Hakimi, you know, they have a very good side. So now moving on to the 7th group, where we see Brazil, Switzerland, Cameroon, and Serbia. The first game was between Switzerland and Cameroon. And how did you see that match?
I think Cameroon, it was a lack of experience for some of the players.
Yeah.
They started well, high energy. Choupo-Moting, he has been in fine form this season. I was surprised to see him start ahead of Vincent Aboubakar.
And he missed a chance.
Vincent Aboubakar was the highest goal scorer at the Nations Cup. 8 goals, wondering why they put him on the bench. But Choupo-Moting had a good game.
Did he? I wouldn't say he had a good game because
a good game.
I would say that moving on to the in the first half where he intercepted the ball from the opposition and he ran on to goal to score or to square play the ball for other guy.
I think he had he's a striker. You don't expect him to square play.
But at least, you know, make the keeper, pay,
He was always almost losing balance.
Yeah, like,
but he tried.
He did.
And the Swiss, they have a very, very compact midfield. The Arsenal midfielder, Xhaka, he has had a very good season and he was very, very influential in their game.
Arsenal.
Yeah, very influential in the game.
Yeah. But the high point of that game was the Cameroonian-born Mbolo scoring against Cameroon, playing for Switzerland.
And the funny thing is that his father is in Cameroon watching the game. But like,
no man, I don't know how he will feel.
It's a little bit loyal. At least he didn't celebrate.
Yeah,
he didn't celebrate.
Yeah, but you know, like
so it brings to sharp focus what Mourinho said earlier before the World Cup started that. FIFA should stop African players from playing for other countries. That if African players play for their country, that it will improve the African game.
Yes.
You see, you have a lot of Nigerians playing for different countries, Cameroonians, Ghanaians.
Yes.
So if those players were playing for
their national side,
it will improve the game better.
Yes, because the French national side is mainly made up of African players. Yes. So I totally agree with that. But now the Brazil and Serbia game, my lord.
Brazil and Serbia game, as expected, we expected an exciting game.
Yes, from the Brazilians, of course.
The Serbian team, they have Mitrovic, who has been in good form too.
Yes.
As a target man, so they started well. The Serbians started well.
I give it to them. Yeah.
Brazil with their flair, and I was surprised that Brazil had so many attacking players on the field. They had Paqueta, they had Neymar, they had
Vinicius,
Richarlison. Then Rafinha on the other side.
Yeah.
Then-
Well, on that game, I would say my most like Rafinha actually disappointed me a lot in that game.
I don't think he was disappointing as such. He played according to instruction. He was more defensive. He worked very, very hard.
But when he got into positions where, like, because we've seen him do this at Leeds, we've seen him do this at Barcelona. So now, when, on the bigger stage, like, you had, gilt-edged chances.
Just one clear-cut chance, and he played a weak shot.
Two, actually, because in the beginning of the second half, he missed a sitter, in my own opinion.
But leave Rafinha. Let's talk about Richarlison.
Yes,
Richarlison.
man of the moment.
It's like a bittersweet thing for me because he plays for
Everton.
for Tottenham.
Oh,
and I'm an
Tottenham
Arsenal
right now.
fan, so- but the second goal was lovely.
Yeah.
Fine pass by Vinicius, then the control. Woo!
Yes.
Very lovely goal.
Very,
Very lovely
like
goal.
now Richarlison, he has a taste of what Benzema enjoys, in terms of the
Plays
supply,
quality
players, Vinicius. Neymar, of course, being the star player for the team, I wouldn't say a bit underwhelming, but
I think we saw a matured side of Neymar.
Yeah.
He played for the team. He didn't hold on to the ball too long.
Yeah.
He played very, very deep, helping
Yeah.
his players. No, he played for the team. I saw a very, very matured Neymar. I hope he comes back in the next game. He had a serious ankle injury. Well, he has been the most fouled player in the World Cup so far.
yeah, definitely, he will always be the most foul player.
Most fouled player in the World
Yeah,
Cup.
there's too much flair in there.
I think referees should do more in protecting him.
Okay, moving on. So now the final group, where we see Group H, where there's Portugal, South Korea, Uruguay, and Ghana. Now, South Korea and Uruguay, they played a draw.
Yeah, the first game in the World Cup that there was no shot on targets. Very, very, very embarrassing.
I hope you're taking note of that, you tipsters out there.
Considering you had players like Suarez, Cavani.
Heung-min Son of Korea.
I was embarrassed for them.
Oh yeah,
I was embarrassed.
definitely.
For them. It was a very, very poor game. Although Nunes hit the woodwork once, but we expected more from that team.
Crazy. Federico Valverde, like he can't do it all.
Can't do it all.
Yeah.
He's a workhorse. He worked very hard. Was everywhere, at the back, in front.
Yes.
It's an aging
Uruguayan
team.
side, yeah.
So,
Because Diego Godin still made the team. Players that went to the World Cup in South Africa 2010, they are in this competition as well, such as Cavani, Suarez, Diego Godin.
but let's talk about the Portugal-Ghana game.
Oh no, definitely we were heading there.
The whole focus has been on
Cristiano Ronaldo is a record breaker.
Yeah, not even about let's talk about the interview before the World Cup.
Well,
all the attention on him, and everybody expected
the media
him to have a below par game
Performance,
because of all the negative energy surrounding him. But he had a good game. He had a good game. Not one based on the standard though, but he had a good game.
No, I would say that as long as Ronaldo scored, he had a very good game.
And remember, I told you that referees were giving high-profile players easy decisions.
Yeah.
That penalty was a soft penalty.
But the penalty,
It was a penalty, but it was a soft penalty.
soft, but
I was happy.
he still did get the ball before the
Yeah,
defender.
I was happy to see him dispatch that.
And he did that, becoming the first player in history to score in 5 World Cups.
Damn. And you considering that one World Cup is every 4 years.
Yes.
That's in the past 20 years. This man has been balling.
Balling at the highest level.
Wow.
That's like I'm a huge fan.
That's amazing.
I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan. And I can't even lie, like it gave me so much joy seeing that.
20 years being at the top.
Yes, at the top of your game, And I have to give credit to the Ghanaian side. They're the first African nation to have scored in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And they didn't score one, but two. And it's not like they were trailing, they tied it level at 1-1.
People have been talking about the substitution made by the coach after they equalized. Why did you bring out Ayew? Why did you bring out Kudus, your best player?
That was a big mistake.
Two players that help you retain the ball, retain possession. We know Ayew has aging legs. He's in early 30s.
Yeah, he's in the twilight of his career. Yeah,
and
definitely.
He was already tiring out. But Kudus,
Yeah, very
best
energetic.
player.
Literally,
So
the
I
best
think
player.
that destabilized the team.
Yes.
We saw images of Ayew still celebrating with his
Teammates
then
before the
turning
second
and
goal
seeing
came.
that they had already
Yeah, loss of
conceded.
concentration, just a split second.
Yeah, so it was a good game. It was a good game.
Yeah, I would actually like to say that, like with the scoreline, 3-2, it was very competitive from beginning to the end. Yeah, because
Portugal, they always concede. They've conceded in their last 8 international games, so it was expected that they will concede at one point.
yeah,
It was expected that they will concede at one point.
and I would say that the problem is, lack of concentration on the Portuguese defenders' part, in the sense of the 2 goals that they considered, just like it wasn't like, let's say, sheer brilliance. Of course, you will take your chances when you have them, but like, why are you not, properly clearing the lines?
There's this saying in local parlance that mistake no dey go no go dey. So there was a mistake and it led to a goal. So it's normal. It's normal.
Yeah, it does definitely happen.
It's normal. But all in all, it was a good game. I'm happy that the Ghanaians were the first Africans to score.
Yeah.
So it's.
What I would like to even ask you is that, saying that Ghana beat Nigeria to get into the World Cup at the playoffs, do you think that if Nigeria played in the space of Ghana, they would have given a better performance than Ghana?
It's I want to be loyal to my country. It's a very, very big, wide conversation. I don't think we can start here and finish here. But I don't think we would have done better than Ghana.
Thank you for that, because I would like to remind even the viewers that Nigeria did play Portugal before the World Cup, international friendly.
You can't use that game to judge.
Of course, it's the biggest thing. Yeah,
the players were just brought together. I'm a useless coach.
But yeah, what can we say about that? We'll never know because we're not there. So,
but we've gone through all the groups. I feel we should give me your predictions for who you think will come out top of each group.
Okay, top of each group. So for Group A,
let's do it in like 10 seconds.
All right. For Group A, I picked the Netherlands and Senegal to qualify.
Yeah, I picked Netherlands and Senegal too.
Lovely. For Group B, I have England and Iran qualifying.
England and Iran. If USA can do something against England, I believe something will happen. But I'll go with you to England and Iran.
Yeah. Then in Group C, Argentina, against all odds, I believe they're going to qualify, even though they've lost their first game. But now, where I have a problem with it being so dicey is who's going to qualify second to Argentina.
Let me shock you. Saudi Arabia will win that group. Argentina will come second.
What do you guys actually think about Saudi Arabia beating or topping this group and Argentina coming second? I would like to know this in the comment section below.
I'm sure the viewers will agree with me. Saudi Arabia, they are the dark horse in that group. They already have 3 points. They need only 2 points to top the group.
Yes.
And I believe they'll get that 2 points.
So that is Poland and Mexico should be, at least 1 draw or 2 draws, if not a victory for them. I like that.
Win. So Group D.
Group D, I would say France and Tunisia are going to win Group D. Yes.
I'll go with France and Denmark.
Oh, really?
I'll go with France and Denmark, yeah.
France and Denmark.
I'll go with France and Denmark. Denmark, they've already beaten France in the Nations League.
In Nations League, okay.
So they have a good chance of getting something out of that game.
Fair, but well, yeah. I would like the viewers to actually let me know what is going on with their predictions there. And of course, Group E, as it stands, Spain, they are topping this group with Japan, coming in second, through.
I'll leave it like that. Spain and Japan. Germany, they don't have a good team this year.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they'll qualify from that.
Well, Hansi Flick is the coach of Germany, and he did a treble.
I don't think they'll come out of that group. But let's see as it goes. But Spain and Japan for me.
Spain and Japan for you. Me, I would say Spain and Germany for me. I don't think the Germans
Do you want to put your money on it?
I say I have a tidy 5,000 that says that Spain and Germany would actually qualify from that group.
Sure, I should remember that.
Yeah, you guys better remember that. So when we're going up to Group F now, where we have Belgium, Croatia, Morocco, and Canada. Belgium already topping this group with 3 points. We have Croatia 1 point, Morocco 1 point, Canada 0
I
points.
think I'll play it safe here. Belgium, Croatia.
Belgium, Croatia.
Based on pedigree.
Based on pedigree. Yes, that's fair because this pedigree actually showed itself when the Netherlands played Senegal. Because for 85 minutes, the Netherlands
held on.
Yeah, they held on. And Netherlands had no shot on target. But it's the class that actually made them stand out. Yeah. So I actually would second you on that. Group G, of course, Brazil, Switzerland, Cameroon, and Serbia.
I want to be a little bit sentimental here. But it's going to be hard. I'll go for Brazil, Switzerland.
Switzerland, yes, lovely. It's a no-brainer for me. Then this group, Portugal, South Korea, Uruguay, and Ghana.
Portugal, South Korea for me.
Yeah.
Portugal, South Korea.
I actually feel that Ghana they actually have a shot at qualifying. And it only depends on if they win their second game. I don't know if they're going to win the second game.
We having watched all countries play at least one game.
Yeah.
Give me your top 3 countries for the World Cup.
Top
That's
3.
a new prediction, or not what you thought about before the World Cup started.
Definitely top 3. Number
based
1.
On performance.
Based on performance, number 1 is going to be Brazil. Yeah. Like I enjoyed watching.
Let me help you. Brazil, France, England.
No, not particularly England. I actually enjoyed Saudi Arabia.
Give me your top 3.
Oh, top 3 in sense of like in the World Cup. You've already called it now. Brazil, England, and Spain actually.
Spain, okay.
Yeah,
Spain is in the.
Yeah, Spain is in there for me because.
But who do you think will be the dark horse
to go far in this World Cup? I don't see any dark horses in this World Cup.
Wow.
I don't see any dark horses. It's been a World Cup of upsets, but I don't see any dark horses.
Ecuador, not Japan, not Saudi Arabia.
No, Saudi Arabia, that you think will qualify, they're going to crash out in the group stage.
Amongst all the African countries that have played, who has impressed you the most?
Ghana, because of how they played against Portugal. They lost, but they lost gallantly. They haven't been ashamed of.
Senegal, even without money,
yeah,
they've tried to play good football, good expansive football.
Yeah,
they have a very, very good squad, and they've gotten 3 points already. So
yeah,
I think they will go far.
Hopefully. And now, on that note, I would like to inform you, the viewers, that you can win up to 20,000 naira and more by just predicting the correct scores of the daily matches at the World Cup. Head on to www.mymuki.com to play the prediction game. It's totally free. You don't have to pay anything. You predict the correct scores of the matches and you win 20,000 naira and more. And there are lots of. And if you like this nice jersey, hey, 2 out of 3, maybe I could give you mine or get you one yourself. That's about it for now. Up until the next time we are going to be presenting the World Cup at the Hive. I remain Uche, and this is
Wole.
Bye for now.